Welcome to the Happy Hormones Coach podcast. I'm your host, Jennifer Self, where we chat all about real life experiences with real women as guest experts and real life solutions to common and not so common struggles that all of us women have, all while keeping it simple. In this podcast, we will be chatting all about hormones and how it relates to everything in women's health: mind, body, soul, fitness, nutrition, relationships, sexual health, and our overall well-being. This really is for the everyday woman, for informing, for community, for inspiration, for uplifting and encouraging messages in all of life's circumstances, from A to Z. This is real, raw, and unapologetic talk about what once was taboo and is sensitive to talk about, but I'm going there. And I hope you find yourself and solutions in this journey with me, where my motto is happy mind, happy body, happy hormones, happy life, and to simply be happy. If you like what you hear and want to work with me, go to thehappyhormonescoach.com and send me a message. Now, let's dive into it. Sit back, relax, grab some tea or coffee, and listen in with me. Hey there, my hormone hotties. Welcome back to the Happy Hormones Coach podcast. I'm your host, Jennifer Self. This bonus episode is really just that. It's a very short and sweet one that I hope you get inspiration from and actually start journaling and reflecting on. I'm huge on journaling. It totally helps the mind, body, and soul. I love it. My joy is to bring you bite-sized inspiration and goodness in each episode and something simple that you can take with each of these episodes that you can use in real life. I was going through my memories on Facebook today and wanted to share this post I had done some years ago, but it still applies today. Of course it does. Truth is always truth, no matter how many years or decades go by, right? Here's a quote that I love that I put in this post. It's from Tori Eldridge of The Ninja Daughter. Okay. Never become so attached to following the path that you cease to question whether you should still be on it. That's such a good quote. Now I'm going to quote it again because it's really good and I messed up the first time. Never become so attached to following the path that you cease to question whether you should still be on it. Again, quote from Tori Eldridge of the Ninja Daughter. And it's such a great quote to meditate on. I used to journal faithfully daily. I loved to write since childhood, and there was a lot of good stuff in there. But the hard stuff came up also. While you're journaling or questions that you answer yourself in there. So you'd be journaling, you'd be writing out your thoughts, you have questions that come up, you still write, and it's pretty much you answer your own questions. And a lot of times hard stuff will come up because inside we do have answers. Sometimes it takes talking them out, sometimes it takes writing them down. Each person is different, but you'll find that you ask something and you really do have the answer. You just have to dig to find it. And that's okay. We all need to do that. It's helpful. But anyways, the hard stuff came up when I was journaling, so I stopped for a while. I thought I knew what path I was on. The way I would get there, and all the 5 W's, who, when, where, what, and even the H, how. But did I? I think I was so attached to providing to others or myself that I would stick on the path even though it didn't feel right to me. And again, ladies, use your intuition because we all have that God-given intuition in us. We do know what's good for us. Our body does. Sometimes we just don't listen to it. And in my stubbornness, I didn't want to listen to the inner wisdom I have that came out through writing. And I stopped tuning into my intuition. I stopped listening to my body, listening to what I was essentially what I knew that was coming out in writing, some things that I didn't even remember, but of course your body keeps the score, right? Even from childhood. And so some things that are hard that you need to work through and work on will come out through writing or talking it out, like I was saying earlier. And for me, it's writing. And so I stopped listening to all that. I stopped praying and seeking guidance. I did it my own way, and I failed because it wasn't the path I was supposed to be on. And I knew it. So I moved forward and tuned into what I should have been doing all those years that has gotten me to where I am today. So I'm going to say this: have a vision, make it plain, and write it out. What path are you headed on? Is it where you want to be? How can you start to work towards your vision, whatever that may be, in health, in life, in marriage, in your work, in lifestyle, anything with your hormones, anything at all? How can you start to work towards your vision? That's what I would love you to journal on, those questions. I'll say it again. Have a vision, make it plain, and write it out. And here's some 3 questions that you can start today to reflect on. And you'll be surprised at what may come out. What path are you headed on? Is it where you want to be? How can you start to work towards your vision? I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and if needed, go back and revisit any episodes you may have missed, because you'll probably end up getting more aha moments than you heard before if you already heard them. So definitely revisit those episodes. See you on our regularly scheduled episodes every Wednesday, and don't forget to share and subscribe so other women can be blessed by these bite-sized messages on life, health, and hormones. See you then. Hey, before you leave, I wanted to remind you of the 90-day program I have for you to get back to basics and experience what a normal period should feel like. It's called Simply Feeling Good Period, because it doesn't have to be complicated, but does require working together to help get you there. If interested, go to thehappyhormonescoach.com or WhatsApp me or even text me at 541-647-2929. I look forward to hearing from you. Hey, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I loved making it. Remember to subscribe. Oh, and sharing is caring. So if you know that woman who could benefit from this, please share and leave a review. It would mean the world to me to get this message out and start changing women's lives like never before. Interested in how you can work with me directly? Go to thehappyhormonescoach.com and send me a message. I can't wait to hear from you. As always, be simply happy and have a happy mind, happy body, happy hormones, and happy life.